Alright, welcome back to Lumify. In this next video, we're going to talk about expenses and how you can track and organize all the money that you spend for events or for general business purposes. To get to expenses, you'll find that under Payments. You click that, and you'll be taken to this index page. You currently don't have any expenses probably, but you can go ahead and create a new one by clicking the three dots and create expenses. Be greeted with a new expense window. On this window, you can choose a type of expense, and you'll notice that these are organized by travel, operational expenses, and capital expenses. And that helps you with your accounting. If you're deducting capital expenses off your taxes, you might want to select a capital expense here. If it's an operational expense, you might want to choose that here. And if it's a travel-related expense, you might want to have that separated out too. So to create an expense, you want to choose a category or a type. Let's go ahead and hit type of equipment rental. The next option here is whether you want to associate this with an event. Now you can choose to associate this with an event and it'll actually calculate your gross and net revenue on that event. You don't have to do this, events are optional. But for this purpose, for the example, let's go ahead and choose an example event. You want to choose an amount. So for example, we spent $2,000 on an equipment rental for the example event. And you can also add a note. So in this case, you might want to add a PO number for that equipment rental. And you might want to add a description. Cool, and just hit save. And now you have a new expense. Now if we go to this event, you'll actually notice that it's calculating out financials for you. So from your package and from your add-ons, this is what your gross revenue looks like. You haven't received any payments, but you do have expenses. So from your gross revenue minus your expenses, this is your net revenue. Once you start receiving payments, those will show up here as well. You can also add expenses directly from an event page by clicking the plus button here. And that'll pre-populate the event or the related event. Let's create another expense. Let's say that you had to travel and you had to stay the night at the venue or for the wedding. Let's say that it was a $180 hotel stay. Let's hit save. And you'll see that net revenue has updated automatically. All right. You'll also see that those expenses will be added here. Now, like I mentioned, you don't have to associate expenses with an event. In some cases, you might have advertising or professional dues or insurance fees, which aren't necessarily associated with an event. So for example, if you had advertising and marketing, maybe you put up some Facebook ads, those won't be associated with an event. So you don't have to choose anything there. They spent $35 on Facebook ads. So hit save. There you go. And the event will be blank. So that's pretty much it for expenses. We'll see you in the next one.